aunties used to come round. They said one day, "Can't you get him to sit down, Mum?" You know, and she said, "No, he's like a fart in a colander." You know.
Hello everyone, welcome to Motorhome Beep Beep. My name is Alan and today we're going to find the final resting place of Roy Hudd. He was always on our TV. He was a comedian, actor, writer, script writer, everything to do with the arts basically. He did the full gambit. And we're in a beautiful spot, but it's beautifully cold. Let's call it atmospheric, eh? We won't call it cold and drab. No, it's atmospheric. There we go. Typical British, we'll see the best side of it all. All Saints Crowfield. Lovely, yeah? I have seen a picture of the church and it looks absolutely gorgeous, so let's get down this path and find Roy. Roy was born in Croydon in 1936. Unfortunately, his father came home from the war and then left the home. And then his mother committed suicide by gassing herself. So he was brought up by his grandparents, so, you know, a bit sad in that respect, isn't it? But he did his national service and then, ooh, look at that. It's like a green, look, just got to show it looks like pea soup. There's a bird stood on a log right in the middle. Isn't that weird looking? I won't go for a swim. He made his professional debut in 1957 in Sir Philip's Game Boys. He was a member of the group and he had a partner. The partner was called Eddie Kay and they called themselves the Peculiar Pair. So that was the beginning of a long career that went right to the end of his life actually. And then he moved on to Butlins, good old Butlins. Started a lot of people off, did that. And he was a redcoat along with people like Cliff Richard and Ray Allen. So, wow, it's a spectacular church. It's coming up already, look. Isn't that beautiful? We're going to be there in a minute, it's not far. Okay. To try and encapsulate his career, he did lots of parts in TV programmes, but his major, long commitment was the Roy Hudd lines, and he did that from 1975 to 2001, along with June Whitfield and quite a few of the well-known artists. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? Gorgeous, isn't it? But it's all green at the bottom. There's a church coming up. I think this looks the most beautiful church I've ever seen. In 1994 it was said that the Roy Hudd line was the longest sketch show in history, and of course it went on to 2001, so pretty successful really. Got to stop the talk and just show you the church. Look at this. Look at that. Have you ever seen a church that looks more beautiful than that? If you're going to have a final resting place, this is the one, isn't it? I did Graham Hill the other day and it was right next to a busy traffic road. And I thought, ooh, maybe that's quite apt with him being a racing driver, but not for me. Anyway, let's go in. Ooh, beautiful. Wow, look at this seat. They've carved the seat out of the tree, look. Cute or what? With a footrest. To try and tell you some of the shows he was in, there was just so many. He made Max Quadruplane in the restaurant at the end of the earth in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And then, you know, I could rattle them off, but there is so many. Dennis Potter's Lipstick on Your Collar. Common As Muck with Edward Woodward. That was about some bin men. One Foot in the Grave. Basically, he just did lots of different shows. It was The Undertaker in Coronation Street from 2001 to 2002, and then he came back and later on did it again, 2006. Look, I'm going to show you this church. If you aren't, well, I know I'm stood here, so it's better, but it's, yeah, I'm going to give this the best looking church I've ever been to. It's got that timber framed look, hasn't it? A bit spooky, really. But I don't know why. I think it's because it's so remote. Got a shiver down my back then. Ooh, look at that. Really old, isn't it? Yeah. Look at those windows. I wonder how old they are. Looks like that was sort of an older part to the building. pretty sure you won't be able to get inside, but I'm going to try. Nah, it's locked. Thought it would be. Yeah. When you leave... Oh, yeah, you can go in. You can. Let's have a quick look. Hopefully. Yeah, you can. Superb. Oh, yeah. Wow. This has got to be the most prettiest church I've been in. Wow, look at that. This is the timber bit at the end, look. Looks to me like this was, you know, older than the rest of it. Look at that stained glass window. Wow. Ooh. You can't beat this church, can you? Couldn't be pretty if it tried. Look at the roof. We're back in the stone bit, and then, I mean, it's a relatively small church. Look at the organ there. Makes you wonder what history this place has got and who came for, you know, the weekly service here. Oh, visitor's book, look. Got to do it, haven't I? Motor on beep beep. He played Fagin in Oliver by Lionel Bart and Ashes to Ashes, and you could just carry on saying all these programmes he'd been in, but let's just say he was in lots. It's not a big area, so it's going to be easy to find. That's it. He was an authority on Max Miller and other musical artists. He used to impersonate Max. And basically, Roy, I wouldn't say I knew a great deal about him before doing this film, but he was always a very jovial looking chap, wasn't he? He radiated niceness and fun. And he said the one thing that mattered about anything he did, like the Roy Hudd lines or any programme, was it must be funny. If it wasn't funny, the audience switched off, and he could, you know, he could give them lots of information, but it wouldn't work. So that's what he was good at, the laughter.
Roy Hudd, OBE, was an English comedian, actor, presenter, radio host, author and authority on the history of musical hall entertainment. Roy was born in Croydon on the 16th of May to Evelyn, known as Evie, and Harry Hudd. Father was a carpenter who left the family shortly after the Second World War, and his mother, who had a history of mental problems, committed suicide by gas when Roy was only 9 years old. Roy was primarily brought up by his grandmother and attended the Tavistock Secondary Modern School in Croydon. He made his professional debut as a comedian at the Strantham Mill Theatre on the 27th of October 1957 in a show in aid of the Sir Philip Game Boys Club, in which he was a member. Roy had a long association with the Bristol Hospital Broadcasting Service, where he was considered an honorary member. In 1994, he officially opened the current studios in the Bristol Royal Infirmary. He was also a past King Rat of the show business charity, the Grand Order of the Water Rats, in 1989 and 2000. In addition to this, he was an honorary president of the Sandwell Hospital Radio in West Bromwich for a period of 10 years, visiting the studios, members and patients whenever he was appearing in the West Midlands. Roy was appointed an officer of the Order of the British Empire, known as an OBE, in the 2004 New Year's Honours List for his services to entertainment. In 1983, which was the 1982 season, he was awarded the Society of West End Theatre Awards as the Best Actor in a Musical for his role in Underneath the Arches as Bud Flanagan. On the 29th of November 2010, Roy was awarded the honorary degree of Doctors of Letters by the University of Westminster. He studied commercial art there when he was in the Regent Street Polytechnic. On the 16th of March 2020, Roy's agent announced that he had died the previous day, aged 83, following a short illness. He died at the Ipswich Hospital.
Oh, I've seen it. He's not got a proper headstone yet, I thought with it being a couple of years sort of thing, it would have had one by now, but it hasn't. But I know what the cross looks like, so I'm going to move in. Beautiful location though, look, next to the church. If you want a peaceful spot, this is it. It's this one in the middle, the second cross. That's it there. Hello Roy, you were a lovely guy, very funny, talented in every direction, and a great guy to entertainment, absolutely. You know, the Hudd lines and all the theatre work he did and all the bit parts, the acting, you could do it all. Very, very friendly, jovial guy, very clever. Oh, there we go. I'm going to try and read it there. A little bit hard, isn't it? Roy Hudd, OBE, died the 15th of March 2020, aged 83 years. That's it. Thank you, Roy. You were a very lovely guy. Superbly funny and talented. I'll do my best with this film for you. There we go, Roy Hudd. Thank you, Roy. All the best, mate. You can't take that away from him. He did every form of entertainment. He did the comedy writing, theatre. His autobiography was called, I can't tell you what it's called, it was F in a Cauldron. I can't say the word because it's not good, but he thought it was really funny. The Roy Hudd lines and good old days, theatre work, wrote about 9 different books, played in lots of different films, did everything you could think of. Talented to a high degree. It's another one where the guy lived a long time and he loved everything he did, so I put this in the positive category. He had a great life. That's what you want to do, isn't it? Enjoy the day, and he certainly did. He was always jovial and laughter. So that's how I remember Roy Hudd. So don't forget to subscribe and ding the bell so you see future films. And a thumbs up and a comment would be great. I love it. And I love it when you tell me off because I've said something wrong. I might have told a tiny minority love to have a go. You said that word wrong. You know, it's only a few. And I'm a bit dyslexic, but I always smile about it. I think, well, I'm doing my best, you know. Let's not worry too much. If you get the majority of it right and you get the thought behind it, that's what really counts, isn't it? Roy, a great guy. Laughter and happiness to the world. And on that note, I'll see you all very soon. Take care from me, Alan, at Motor on Beep Beep. Bye.